Hello my hungry friends, today we're making some Polish condiments. We'll be making horseradish and horseradish with beets, chrzan and ćWIKŁA z chrzanem. Welcome back to my channel. Here I teach you how to cook Polish food. Today we'll be making some condiments. We are going to be making horseradish with beets called ćWIKŁA z chrzanem. This is a condiment, very spicy condiment that we make around Easter, but we eat it year round, to go with our fresh Polish sausage that we showed you how to make a couple weeks ago. So in order to do this, obviously you can buy prepared horseradish at the store. The only problem that I have with it is that it loses its oomph, as we say in professional world. And by oomph, I mean the spiciness. I like my horseradish to clear my airwaves and just be super spicy. And you just can't get that from store-bought product. So in order to do this, we're gonna need a couple of roots of horseradish, and this is what it looks like. They're pretty common everywhere. And my recipe today is gonna work for 2 of these. You can obviously double or triple if you want. And this will store in your fridge really nicely. So to make this recipe, you're gonna need 2 roots about this size or 3 smaller guys. And I have 1 beet that I have roasted ahead of time, and now it's cooled down completely. And you can either roast it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes for this size of beet, or maybe an hour if it's a little bit larger. Or you just don't peel it, wash your beet real nicely, put it in a oven-proof container, cover it, no salt or pepper, no spices, and just roast it for about 45 minutes, an hour, maybe a little bit longer. Just kind of poke it with a knife to see if it's soft in the middle, or you could boil it. You would also do it unpeeled. Just put it in a pot with water until it's covered, and then boil it probably also for about 40-45 minutes until it's soft. So mine was, I boiled mine today, and I don't peel them because I like how they keep their color if they're not peeled. It kind of tends to stay inside a little bit better. So I peeled mine, and I'm just gonna cut it into smaller sizes just to help our blender work through it. And our first we're gonna make ćWIKŁA z chrzanem, horseradish with beets, and then we're gonna make prepared horseradish, which is just a little bit different from, obviously doesn't have the beets, but I make it just a little bit differently than just horseradish and then add the beets. So we're gonna start with this, and I'm just cubing this. And this is gonna be easy for us because we're using the blender. So you don't have to worry about sitting there and hand grating the chrzan, horseradish. And if in my family, this was always Grandpa's job, and I'm pretty sure if you have a grandpa, it was his job too. But poor guy was sitting outside tearing up because this stuff is really strong and it gets everywhere, and you have to almost do it outside to bear the consequences of the spicy horseradish. So this is easy for us because we're just blending it. It may get out in the air if we're not careful, so keep that in mind. So I have 1 horseradish that I already peeled and diced into little smaller pieces. And the way I do it, I just slice it probably into 2-inch pieces or so. And just be really careful. It's kind of hard, and you don't want the knife slipping and cutting yourself. And I'm gonna go 1 more. And then I put it flat. This end I think I'll just throw away. And then just take this, and I just go around the edge and cut away the tough skin. Seems to be the easiest for me. Just cut all the little brown spots, and then I just slice it into smaller slices, and then go around again. Cut away all the little brown spots. We don't want that making a horseradish ugly. Just this little bit of cutting kind of makes my eyes watery. So when we put this in a blender and starts blending, don't open it and like put your eyes in there to look, because that's gonna cause some pain. So I've sliced these, and I'm just gonna add this to my blender. Set this aside here. And we're gonna do about a half a tablespoon of sugar, just regular plain old sugar. I have juice of 1 lemon. This is gonna preserve it a little bit and give it nice flavor. I'm gonna go just a little bit less because it's a larger lemon. And I have some water. And the amount of water will kind of depend on how good your blender is, but I wouldn't put more than half a cup. Just because you don't want it too watery. So I'm gonna add a little bit and see how my blender's handling it. I probably put 1/4 cup in there, and I'll turn this on and see if it can catch and start blending. But the idea is to make this pretty smooth. So let's try it. And I would call this. I'm gonna give it a taste, but be very super careful. I'm not sure how spicy this particular root is, but really spicy. So that's it. That's all I'm doing to it. And I'm just gonna reuse this glass. And again, don't lean over it. But you can store this in your fridge for several weeks. And like I said, we make this and consume it for Easter, like it's going out of style. I love this stuff. Ooh, that horseradish is really strong. Even from all the way over there, my eyes can feel it. And if you can imagine doing it by hand, it was kind of painful, I'm sure. I'm gonna get another jar and get the rest of it in there. We blended and jarred our horseradish with beetroot, and this is how much it came out. This is from 1 beetroot and 2 horseradish roots. So this will be enough for a couple days of Easter in my home. And now we're gonna make the prepared horseradish without the beets. I have 3 beetroots about this size, maybe a little bit larger. I've already cut them up, peeled and cut them up, and they're in my blender. We're also going to utilize our friend blender, otherwise we'll cry forever. And I'm also going to add about half a tablespoon of sugar and a juice of 1 lemon. And to this one, we're going to add a whole pound, so 16 fluid ounces of full fat cream, sour cream. Make sure to not get the fat free. I feel that the fat helps preserve the sharpness or the spiciness of the horseradish when it's stored in the fridge. And again, this should store in your fridge for several weeks. We normally have a jar in my fridge year round, and we like it on sandwiches and sausages and kind of meaty dishes. So that's all in. I'm gonna add the sour cream, and our sour cream here in Poland is a little bit more runny, but that shouldn't really matter. If you feel that your blender's not handling it well, blending, just maybe add a tablespoon of water and then see how that goes. So that goes in, and we're gonna cover it and let it go. We want all the little bits and pieces to be blended. You don't want to kind of feel the bumps of horseradish. This is supposed to be kind of a smooth paste. I'm scared to open it. I can feel it in the air without opening the lid. You want to try it? He says no. Okay. This is what you call when you spray like gas in the air. This is good pepper spray. Pepper spray to deal with crowds. I'm gonna taste it. This is actually not as spicy as that. One more. To me, this needs a little bit more sugar. I want to add another half a teaspoon or so. And I feel it needs a little bit more lemon. I'm going to get a little bit more lemon. So I guess this all would depend on the size of your root. So just be the judge, be the chef that you are at home, and taste it. And if you think it's not where it needs to be, adjust it a little bit. So I'm gonna do this and let it rip for a couple more turns. All right. Again, don't put your head over that. You will pay. You will have no eyebrows. That's nice. It definitely has the horseradish qualities, you know. You're clear and you can taste the spiciness, but it's not going to take the roof of your mouth off. So let's taste both. I just happen to have some sausage handy. Surprise! This sausage we made a couple weeks ago with my husband. This is a fresh Polish sausage, the one that you make for Easter here. And I just roasted this with onions in my pan. I'm gonna add a few onions. So our freezer is stacked with sausage. We're ready for Easter. And I'm gonna do a spoonful of horseradish. Look how pretty it looks. It's creamy. You can definitely taste the cream in it. And this is the one I'm worried about, because the cream definitely takes some of the spiciness off. But this guy, the red guy, is what I'm more worried about. But we'll give it a try. A combination like this is what makes Polish food just stand out. I got a piece of sausage, and I'm gonna go for the red stuff. I like the beet one. I'm gonna do just a little bit, just because I know how spicy it is. And this will lose its spiciness over weeks a little bit, but hopefully it will stay spicy. Perfect. Sausage is cooked through, but this stuff, it just makes it taste special. The beets are sweet and spicy, and the creamy one is creamy and also spicy. Perfect. Sorry, my mouth's watering. I hope you try it at home. Smacznego. To all of our friends who keep watching our channel, big thank you. Thanks for your comments, your likes, and your subscribes. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we hope to see you again. Bye!